Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Anda bersama saya Zul Helmi Zanan Azam ketika ini berlintas langsung dari Wisma FM Kelana Jaya sempena pengumuman rasmi barisan kejuratihan skuad bawah 23 tahun negara, di mana badan induk itu akan mendedahkan identiti calon-calon yang sudah dikaitkan untuk menggantikan set barisan kejuratihan Brad Maloney. Selepas hampir sebulan setengah jawatan ini dikosongkan, inilah yang akan kita ketahui di mana calon-calon daripada Korea Selatan, Spanyol termasuk Malaysia dikaitkan untuk menjawat kerusi panas jurulatih bawah 23 tahun ini. Jawatan ini cukup istimewa ataupun amat penting bagi persatuan ini kerana mereka mempunyai misi penting tahun depan selain untuk membekalkan pemain ke skuad senior Harimau Melaya bimbingan Kim Pan-gon. Seterusnya mungkin saya boleh ceritakan sedikit calon-calon yang dikaitkan dalam barisan kejuratihan skuad bawah 23 tahun negara. Antaranya calon hangat yang saya memilih dulu adalah E. Alvarasen. Dia merupakan penolong jurulatih bagi skuad Harimau Melaya. E. Alvarasen dikaitkan untuk menjadi ketua jurulatih skuad bawah 23 kerana dikatakan mempunyai falsafah bola sepak yang sama seperti Kim Pan-gon. Malah ketika pemilihannya selaku penolong jurulatih skuad Harimau Melaya, Kim Pan-gon antara yang sudi ataupun memilih beliau sebagai penolong jurulatih skuad negara. Calon lain seterusnya dua nama daripada Korea Selatan. Saya mulakan dulu dengan Kim Dong-jin, berusia 40 tahun, pernah beraksi bersama skuad kebangsaan Korea. Mungkin tak silap saya dalam 60 kali meraih caps di pentas antarabangsa dan telah menjaringkan 2 gol sepanjang kerjanya di peringkat international level. Pemain ini ataupun jurulatih ini pernah mewakili pasukan seperti Zenit St. Petersburg, pernah menjadi penolong jurulatih Kitchi FC, Kelab Hong Kong. Bila kita bercakap mengenai Kelab Hong Kong, ia amat sinonim dengan Kim Pan-gon yang pernah membimbing negara berkenaan. Jadi atas dasar itu, Kim Dong-jin, individu dari Korea Selatan ini dikaitkan untuk menjadi salah seorang jurulatih skuad bawah 23 tahun negara. Apatah lagi jurulatih ini masih muda dan diperlukan sebagai nafas baru dalam skuad bawah 23 tahun negara. Dan seterusnya adalah Kim Hak-bum, seseorang jurulatih yang berprofil tinggi bagi saya kerana pernah membimbing skuad bawah 23 tahun Korea Selatan dan menjulang gelar ataupun meraih pingat emas di Sukan Asia sebelum ini. Tetapi mungkin atas background latar belakang yang berbeza, Kim Dong-jin antara yang disebut-sebut. Dan ketika ini kalau kita boleh kongsikan mengenai suasana di sidang media, bilik sidang media Wisma FM, para media sudah tiba di sini sejak awal lagi, dan ketika ini tetamu kehormat termasuk barisan kejuratihan yang terdiri daripada skuad sini juga sudah berada di dalam bilik ini. Kita hanya menunggu pengesahan ataupun hanya menunggu ketibaan barisan kejuratihan baru yang saya rasa akan diwar-warkan kepada anda sebentar saja lagi. Okey, untuk jurulatih tempatan yang saya belum sebut, antara calon yang dikaitkan antaranya Hassan Sazali Waras, di mana Hassan juga merupakan jurulatih bawah 19 tahun negara. Namanya disebut apabila beliau telah cemerlang bersama pasukan itu dalam tempoh kurang daripada beberapa bulan sahaja lagi. Okey, dan mungkin kita sudah bersedia dengan sidang media hari ini. Tetamu yang kita nantikan sudah berada di pentas utama. Kalau kita lihat di situ, seorang daripada Spanyol, dua orang mungkin daripada Korea Selatan. Di mana daripada Spanyol ini antara calon yang dikaitkan untuk membantu E. Alvarasen, di mana E. Alvarasen dikatakan menjadi ketua jurulatih bagi staf kejuratihan kali ini. Tapi kita tunggu pengesahan rasmi apakah ada sebarang perubahan yang berlaku terhadap pengumuman sidang media untuk barisan kejuratihan bawah 23 tahun negara yang turut dihadiri pengarah teknikal Scott O'Donnell dan juga Exco Persatuan Bola Sepak Malaysia FM Christopher Rush. Sememangnya ini amat dinantikan oleh peminat bola sepak tanah air kerana kita tahu skuad bawah 23 tahun negara cukup sinonim dengan aksi di peringkat antarabangsa. Kalau kita lihat, kita imbas balik tahun ini kita mempunyai 4 tugasan, tetapi keempat-empatnya gagal untuk menerjemahkan ke dalam bentuk pencapaian baik. Kita sekadar meraih tempat keempat di Sukan C Vietnam. Kita gagal melepasi peringkat kumpulan untuk kelayakan ataupun aksi Piala Asia bawah 23, dan itulah yang kita nantikan untuk sidang media kali ini.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Football Association of Malaysia for the announcement of the coaching team for the under 23. On behalf of FPM Malaysia, it gives me a great honor to welcome our Deputy President, Dr. Sundra, our Vice President, Encik Johari, our beloved National Coach, Coach Kim Panggun, and the fellow coaches of the National Team Department, welcome. And not forgetting our newly minted General Secretary, Encik Nur Azman, at his first press conference today. And of course, Mr. Scott O'Donnell, our Technical Director. Without wasting much time ado, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome Mr. Scott to do the necessary announcement. Over to you, Scott.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the President and the Executive Committee and the management of the Football Association of Malaysia, I would like to introduce or announce and introduce the under 23 national team coaching staff going forward. So head coach will be Ella Barasa. Everyone knows Ella as the assistant coach with the national team. I'd also like to introduce Juan Torres Garrido as our assistant coach, Chris Yong as our goalkeeper coach, who needs no introduction, was also a member of the under 23 coaching staff previously. Park as our fitness coach, and Lee Jae-yoon as our analyst. So I'd like to welcome all of them on board to the Football Association of Malaysia, and I'm looking forward as the technical director to work closely with them, and likewise them working closely with Kim and his staff of the senior national team.
Good morning to our Deputy President, Dr. Sundra, our Vice President, my good friend, Johari, and to Technical Advisor, Mr. Scott, and our head coach of our senior team, Coach Kim, and the crews of the coaching unit, senior coaching unit, and good morning to the members of the press. Actually, I'm very honored to accept this difficult task, because it's not an easy task to take care of the 23 team, but I'm also honored. A big thank you to the President who believe in our ability, and also to Coach Kim and the crew of the coaching team, to believe that the unit we have formed now can always assist the senior team in producing the players needed for the future. Thank you very much.
So we'll open the floor for questions. Soalan untuk Coach Alavarson atau untuk questions for Scott O'Donnell. Yes, Zul, please go ahead.
Coach, dari penolong jurulatih skuad senior ke ketua jurulatih skuad bawah 23, apa cabaran yang coach jangkakan dan bagaimana coach melihat perbezaan tugasan ini untuk coach Ella sendiri?
I will explain in English already because we have the coaches easy for them to understand. Okay, being involved in the senior team and suddenly you are moving on to under 23 team, I think it's a tough job, but it's totally different from the senior team and when you run under 23 team. Because senior team, very important is the players. They need to choose the best players and get the best thing done. As for on our side, is a bit different. Why? We have to identify talents, and identifying these talents is very important for the future of national team because the core of the players can come from the talents we have in under 23 teams. So I think it's a huge task, and so we will be focused on what we need to do on our part. Thank you.
Okay.
Ada soalan lain? Ya, Jim.
Coach, how about your first role with the national team? Are you still the assistant Kim Panggon, and at the same time you still holding a head coach for under 23?
I'm still assigned with the national team as assistant coach, and being appointed to the under 23 team, of course, it go online with what the national team wants for future players for the team. So it's related to what we want to do more, how we want to train the players for the under 23 team is related to supply the players to the outdoor team. So I think although it is a tough job, but it's very challenging, and we have bringing very important experts from Europe and Korea to produce better players for the future of our senior team.
Yes, Nazri.
Coach Ella, hi. Mungkin boleh share sedikit mengenai plan awal coach selepas ini, apa dia?
Of course, we've been sitting down, all the coaches, been gathering, discussing, talking about it. How shall we start our program for the under 23? So we are coming up with a plan, which we also need the endorsement of all the FAs, because sometimes if you can come up with all kinds of plans, but if you don't have the supply of good players or players to be released from their respective clubs, then how effectively we will work all depends on the core of players we can bring in during our whatever sessions we're going to have.
Zul?
Coach, your comment on your technical staff, I mean your supporting staff from Spain and from Korea?
Okay, beside me is our assistant coach. His name is Coach John Torres. He holds a UFA license. He's very young, 42 years old, and vast experience in coaching youth to the senior level. But if I look at his experience says a lot about him, and he's been handling youth teams since year 2010 until 2016. Later, he was selected by FC Barcelona, where he was appointed as the scouting director, where he took control of the district of Catalonia, district, and from there, through his guidance, working with FC Barcelona for 4 years, he managed to produce about 20 over players, age-level group to present the national team. So that's a big achievement, especially scouting talent. Even one player or two players is considered very good, but he managed to bring in 20 players. So, from his record, from his record, you can see that we really needed somebody who can scout talents, and we needed somebody who is expert in this area, which I felt his strong points was in scouting talents, also in training methodology, which he can create to suit our philosophy, what the first team is doing, and technical advice, which is also important for us because of his knowledge of being one of the best teams in Europe and producing good players for the national level. And also he was the head scout of the, later he moved to another club, Granada FC, Granada CF, where he was the head scouting chief of this year club. It was under 23. So when we look at his whole experience, he is well versed from the youth to the senior level. And I'm sure that with his expert advice, experience, I'm sure that we can do better or do well or try to do the best for our under 23. Wait, we got Coach Park Ji-hoon. Okay, let me say something about Coach Park. He's our fitness trainer. Very experienced fitness trainer. He was with Korean Football Association, training the under-19 national team of Korea until the stage of under-23. And he also has experience training the senior level team because he was training the K1 league team, Samsung Son, a very famous team in Korea. And also he had experience training another team after that. But when you look at his CV and look at his achievement in being the member of the fitness trainer, in 2019, under-20 World Cup held in Poland, he was the physical trainer of the under-20 team, where Korea achieved runners-up in the World Cup. I think that is a very big achievement. Right? And in 2018, also in the AFC qualifying round, he was still handling the team. So and later he became the senior team, first team physical assistant trainer. So very good experience, good exposure, and working with this age level between 19 to 23 and the senior level, that will definitely help our under 23 team to achieve what we need for the future. Okay, then we also brought in performance analysis. His name is Coach Lee, and Coach Lee is personally trained by one of our best personal performance analysis, that is Coach Lim, who is handling the senior team. So, he's basically very well approach towards analyzing weakness, analyzing opponent weakness, analyzing our own performance weakness, analyzing training performance, and giving very clear direction or very clear information to the players so that they can pick it up very quickly. So that is a very strong point of view. And the final one is our goalkeeper trainer. I think everybody should know him, Coach Chris. Coach Chris used to work with me in 2004, 5, and 2006. He was with me early those days, and after that he joined the national team in 2007, and he's been here till present. I think he also is very, very experienced because he has handled from youth level to the senior level, and he's one of the elite coaching instructors. So I think we have formed a very strong unit with vast experience, and we believe that our unit of coaching team will definitely can do the best for our under-23 team. Thank you.
Ada soalan lain? Ya, James.
Dilatih sebagai ketua jurulatih under-23 baru, apa KPI atau sasaran yang diletakkan kepada coach?
Okay, like what I said earlier, if we don't get the best players from the team, then even the best coaching team also cannot achieve what we intend to do. So it is vice versa. I think we can understand, as a coach I understand the importance of the teams who paying the players need to have the best team in their league. So sometimes we are finding ways how to organize, how to make way to get these players to understand our game module, emphasize on our performance motto and all that.
Yes, Razari.
Coach, what's your thoughts on our chances to qualify for the 2024 Olympics in Paris?
Okay, that's a very good question. 2024 Olympics, I think it's been quite some time, 42 years before I think we ever qualified for the Olympics. But please do understand, we are ranked number 26 in the Asian ranking. So only 3 teams will qualify for the Olympics, right? So when you are ranked 26, we got a very tough job to put them into a stage. At least qualifying for the final rounds or qualifying further is a tough job. But as what we said earlier, we will try our best. We will make sure that we get the best out of the players, and we always try to push the players to the next level. That is our first motto.
Zul?
Coach, what can we expect your philosophy? Is that same like Coach Kim Pan-gon?
Of course, because even me myself have experienced a different kind of era in Malaysian football. When I first joined our coach team and the crew of the other coaches, we got really excited with the performance of the national team. Of course, number one, we will definitely follow the principle of our first team, but in under 20 team, we will be more aggressive in our training sessions. We'll be taking a lot of risks in our performance, like for example, we want players to be more dominant, more aggressive than what the first team is when we train, and we also want them to be very dynamic, take a lot of risks in their performance. Taking risks means like going forward, taking more risks to put more numbers in attacking. Of course, we also need to take care of the balance of the team, the balance we are talking about defense, not just only going forward. Pushing teams to make more errors, that means forcing teams to make more errors, or such a way, in a better way, like making opponents' defense become unbalanced with the way we play. So that's a lot of risks we will take compared to the first team, because by the time they reach to the first team, they will be matured to handle the first team's demands. Okay?
Mr. Stuart. Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Stuart O'Donnell, can you explain a little bit about the selection process and how many coaches were shortlisted before appointing Coach Ella?
Yeah, I think the main purpose of appointing Ella, who is still the assistant coach for the senior national team, is to better align playing style and philosophy, or implement what Kim is doing with the first team, and having Ella also acting as the head coach for the under-23 team will start implementing the playing style and philosophy of the senior national team, because the goal for the under-23 teams, why we want to be successful and we want to win every game that we play, one of the main jobs of Ella and his staff is to ensure that there's a bigger supply of players for Kim and his staff to be selected for the senior national team. So, in answer to your question about the appointment of Ella, that's the reason why we've appointed him as the head coach, and then we sat down and discussed the coaches that we needed to fill the positions of the under-23 team, and we came to this decision.
Yes.
I wonder about the appointment of the Ella. So as you know, next year will be a tough year for football in Malaysia, in which we have the Asian Games, and also might be the
Stuart Birmingham.
So do you think that it will affect the possibility of the appointment of the Ella, because like you know like it's already 6 months, so because of Ella to like point because of to achieve the panduan about the culture of the football. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I think he's more than capable of both roles. There's going to be some clashes with camps, maybe overlapping, but that's part and parcel of the game. It just makes sense. A lot of countries now are doing the same, where the assistant coach for the senior national team becomes the head coach of the team below it. And we think that's fine. We've got a very competent senior national coaching staff, and when necessary, Ella will be still supporting them, but when there's responsibilities with the under-23 team, he's the head coach of that team. So I don't see it as being a problem at all. That's why we've got the two different staffs, with Ella floating between both.
Yes, sir.
Can we have some comment with assistant coach Juan Torres, your appointment as assistant under-23 national team?
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning. Well, I'm very happy to be here. I just want to thank you, all the staff on the FAM, and especially the people I've been in contact to, because due to some personal issue I had to delay my arrival for a week, and I appreciate it a lot. And I'm very honored to be here and to work for this country, right? And I hope we do our best and achieve our goals.
Thank you. Firdaus?
Coach Ella, adakah tahun depan kita akan ada Liga Simpanan dengan banyak pemain bawah 23 tahun? Adakah akan membantu coach dengan barisan Jurulatih untuk buat pemilihan pemain? Yeah. Definitely, with the organization of the next under-23 event, so we have the first team and we have the super team, and the next tier will be the under-23. Definitely, it will be it benefit the team because it's a good objective to start, and at least we can find more talents and for under-23, and I'm sure that most of the teams also will look forward to this new league, and we are happy that FAM and MFL came with this solution. Thank you.
Okay, one last question. Rezo?
Back to Coach Torres. You have experience in big club in Europe. So what can you offer to the team?
Well, I think Coach Ella explained it a bit. I'm coming to be part of a group, and I think the selection what is made is to make a strong group. And in my part, the scouting part and some methods in the field, I mean, could be interesting for the federation. But I think the important part is that we all form a complete coaching team, which is the best for achieve a good performance.
Okay. Any other questions? We have another piece to listen. So, on behalf of the footballers from Malaysia and our deputy presidents and vice presidents, we thank the members of media for your presence. We now invite the coaches for a group photo for the photographers. Thank you.
Aku dulu tracking.
Suruh kau lain sikit. Suruh kau lain sikit.